Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and I'm sure that you checked out Nell Fletcher's Instagram Live tonight, where she wanted to clear the air. She checked out, she was counting the comments. She said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I read about 18 comments, and she wanted to talk about it in regards to the photo op that she shared with Coleslaw. She definitely wants to drive it home that she is not a backstabber to Melody. So before we get into my commentary, of course, I ask really quickly if you could please do me a solid and hit the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel. Everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on her IG Live is allowed. Okay, so Nell definitely does not subscribe to the rule of not reading comments. Not only does she read them, she obviously feels a need to respond. And, I guess you could look at that a couple of ways. One, when I seek out the positive, it makes me think about her friendship with Melody. I think that Nell would want to respond to the very negative comments because she wants to drive home that her friendship with Melody is real and it means a lot to her, and that she would not go out of her way to try and hurt Melody. That is my hope. That is me thinking positively. And then on the flip side, I think of her pride that would cause her to go live on Instagram in response to the negative comments that bothered her because she wants to have the last say, or, she wants to put everyone in their place, or she feels the need to feel like she checked people. I don't think it's to that extreme, but I feel like it's somewhere in the middle. And she was talking about, her post. She did like a video montage, like an IG reel of the Polo Classic in Atlanta that she attended with her husband, Chris Fletcher. And we all know that Martell and Coleslaw were there, and there was a photo op. Now, during Nell's Instagram Live, she said that Martell's PR person, public relations rep, was being messy and approached her and said that she wanted a picture. I'm paraphrasing, of course. And Nell told her, you don't know me. And she said that Martell's PR rep said, oh, I know who you are. And she said that the PR rep was being messy and she got one on her. And she was almost giving like she was kind of set up for the okey doke. Now, I want to talk about manners and etiquette, right? Like nobody wants to be a jerk. You especially don't want to be a jerk in public. You especially don't want to be a jerk in public with your husband and he gets mad at you if he feels embarrassed. You two have an argument in the car. She also doesn't want to have, an uncomfortable 3-hour ride back home to Huntsville, Alabama. She doesn't want the blogs picking it up. So I'm saying all of this to say that this could have been part of her motivation to be cordial towards Coleslaw. Now, I want to talk about how, I think she could have moved, how she could have worked it once she recognized Coleslaw. There was also like a little bit in her Instagram live, almost like a suggestion that she may not have been clear on who Coleslaw was, or by the time she realized who she was, it was like too late, sort of kind of. But if I saw my friend's ex-husband's side chick, I would just avoid her. I would try my best not to make eye contact with her because I would not have wanted to motivate Coleslaw into thinking that I want to converse with her. I would not want to encourage Coleslaw into thinking that she can come over in my space and actually touch me and we're going to hug and make small talk. So I would have avoided her. I would have avoided eye contact. Body language is the number one form of communication. I would have had my body turned away from her. I would have totally just avoided having to interact with her. Now, had Martell pulled her into my space and forced it, that is something different. But I would have pulled all of the stops to ignore Coleslaw. And of course, was I at the Polo Classic? No. So I cannot confirm if Nell was straight up trying to avoid her in her physicality. So far, I'm just inclined to think that she was not going all out to avoid Coleslaw, but that's how I would have moved if I saw the mistress of my friend's ex-husband. And even if you did not recognize Coleslaw, even if you weren't sure who she was, I would assume, especially because you're on a reality TV star with your friend and your friend's ex-husband, that you would have to have known that the person that he is with is the mistress. So you had to have known that that was her once you saw a female on his arm. But she was saying that, she is definitely not trying to entertain the mistress. And she said that with Martell bringing her to the Polo Classic, along with his PR rep, who made sure she got pictures so that the blogs would pick it up. Nell even said herself during the Instagram live that Martell is trying his hardest to bring Coleslaw onto Love and Marriage Huntsville. But Nell said herself that, well, it's definitely not going to work through me. And I was relieved to hear that. At least she acknowledged the BS. She acknowledged his attempts to try and bring his mistress onto the show. And she is definitely not with it. And I think that that's a very smart approach to have. In addition to her friendship with Melody and supporting her, you should just not want to even uphold any sort of messiness or disregard and disrespect for marriage, considering everything that you and Chris has been through. Just the whole overlapping of his marriage and him starting to see you, and then, babies being born, and then it turns around and that energy comes right back to you like a boomerang. They confirmed this in a scene with Tisha and Marceau. And also, of course, when Carlos King interviewed them on his YouTube channel, they talked about it briefly as well. Carlos brought it up and said, is it true, Nell, that when you learned of Chris's cheating, you went over to the girl's apartment to try and fight her? And I'm just, repeating and paraphrasing what Carlos asked her. So I felt like the Instagram live, it was a good run at damage control. It was a good run at definitely trying to come across as a supportive friend of Melody. So that was definitely a good go. And definitely you can check out the Instagram live. I'm sure all of the blogs have it. I know that I saw Diana Rose. She went live tonight as well. So definitely check it out. And, let me know in the comments, do you think that it was all cap, or do you think that Nell was sincere in her sentiments that she shared during the live? And also, people were complimenting her on the glow in her skin and how much younger she looked wearing her natural hair. And I totally agree. I even felt like I saw some freckles on her face. I always love freckles, I think they are adorable. So it showed that she wasn't wearing any heavy makeup. And her natural hair, it totally makes her look younger. And I think that she should think about wearing her natural hair more often. I saw one negative comment where a person said something to the effect of, like, you need glam or you need something. I thought that that was unnecessary and judgmental, and they were incorrect in their judgments. I thought that Nell looked great in her natural beauty. And that is something that I'll always go for, especially for us Black women, because we go through so much. with doing our hair. I do not miss being a loose head. I don't miss getting the silk presses, and then you don't want to go outside. You don't want to go to the gym because you don't want to sweat out your press, and you just spent $60. And I don't miss sitting for hours getting box braids. I get to enjoy them for several weeks, and then you spend, several hours taking them out just to sit back in the chair for several more hours to get them put back in. So I do not miss any of that with having locks. So I was very proud of Nell of showing her natural beauty. I thought that it was great. What did you think of Nell's natural look as well? And yeah, definitely let me know if you thought it was sincere. I definitely cannot wait for the show to come back. I want to see where she and Melody's friendship stand and go from there. Go from there pretty much. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video as it is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would definitely love to have you as one of the showstoppers. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.